10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
We are back. The final game of the night here. Mama's boys up against Finem in play season 3. The draft has a big
10
gun.
seconds remaining.
Straight on into that. Now, the first thing I'm noticing
5
is
seconds
Bambo
remaining.
is no longer part of Mama's boys. He has tweeted out saying he's no longer playing with them. I actually
time.
went to ask Yapsor, you know, where's Bambo? Why hasn't he been playing with you recently? He goes, he dead. Thanks Yapsor for the super good intelligence there. It's just like he dead. No, Bambo's still fully alive, just not playing with Mama's boys. Mascari will be standing in for them for the future. But Finem, Mascari will know all about these guys. Play with them. Play with London Conspiracy and a bunch of these players. Draft well underway. My co-caster Moppax is lurking around, so I, eating maple syrup, eating bagels. I don't know. How you doing?
Radiant
I'm doing great. Excited to watch on the matchup here. I understand that Mama's boys are just coming off a Dota pit matchup up against Navi, where they did, it's 2-game series over there, and they did drop 0-2. Whereas on the other side, Finem, the old conspiracy boys, old golden boys, they're sticking together through a couple of iterations here, and they actually have been playing versus Tornado Rocks, aka the old Fantastic Five, quite a bit lately. They played 4 games, it looks like, yesterday. Pro Dota Cup, and I'm not sure if that's just... No, that is just 4 separate games. Busy day for them, but they split it 2-2, which is pretty impressive, considering they haven't put up a lot of big results lately against, they haven't played a lot of the Tier 1 teams.
5 seconds remaining.
First up is the Tiny Wisp. These boys, however many boys or however many generations of boys that Finem have gone through, they go for the old Wisp combination, whereas Mama's boys, there are so many boys. Invoke a Bane. Invoke a Bane, and I forgot to restart my game client, so it says Bane Imba.
Nice.
It's the Imba Bane. Imba Bane. The band's not too spectacular, honestly. Nature's Prophet, Chen, Vengeful Spirit, Lone Druid, Spirit Breaker, Darkseer. Now we'll probably start to see like Batrider, Oracle, heroes like that, kind of in the second echelon of pick ban phase.
10 seconds
kind of hierarchy there. No, Finem, what else is there? Disruptor is probably good against Tiny Wisp. Kind of target ban against my boys in case they wanted to go for something like that. But there's also the Sven. Mama's boys have been utilizing the Sven a hell of a lot recently with the old stacking agent, Helm of the Dominator. I loved that hero over the past. That wouldn't be a bad ban either.
Yeah, it looks like they've done a little bit of the core revenge. It's been another thing they've been going for. They also went with a Weaver just earlier today, which is a little bit, a couple teams are currently trying that out, seeing how that hero is going to fit into the current meta. And then the Wraith King is the other big one. So the Wraith King seems to be pretty good against Iotani, just because obviously you're focusing on a lot of bursts, and you can't just get a simple relocate gank off on your main core, which can be pretty important. And I like the Bane here too a lot, just like Nightmare onto Io or Fiend's Grip, a tiny kind of an idea. Yeah, that there's a targeted ban against
10 seconds.
Yes. He's a well-renowned Timbersaw player, so obviously these 5 guys in Finem, they know exactly what he's up to. Played with him before, they know what he can do with the hero, and it's decent against Tiny Wisp. You throw the chakram down while they're relocating in. Get a little bit messy there, but this still leaves open, like I was saying, the Batrider, the Oracle. Heroes that can catch out Tiny Wisp, still give them time in the early stages of the game.
I think if you have an offlane player that's comfortable taking the Batrider, I would definitely recommend that here. Always going to be good up against Iotani. Anytime that you have a nice range of initiation to catch that Io, and the vision that Batrider provides is also very important, because I always want to be like, if you're not tethered up directly in the fight, you're always looking like kind of lurking on the side, you know what I mean? Like you're just kind of hanging to the side waiting for either a relocate save or the sudden burst of speed added to the Tiny all throughout that early to mid game. And Batrider starts to get active, smoked up around the map. That overarching vision that he can provide can give him a chance to pick off the Io when he's kind of off to his own, thinking about his own sort of a play. And then later into the game, of course, you just got to burst down that IO to take away all that attack speed and survivability.
Gyrocopter, again, solid mainstay. Let's pick him up, set phase, no questions asked. Tiny Wisp, you know, you started off with this. Really, the draft is pretty open for you. You can have Tiny Wisp safe lane or mid. It's really a
10
question of where you
seconds
kind of want to
remaining.
head. You know, Tiny Wisp against Invoker, probably a pretty good matchup for you. Bane
5
can come in and
seconds
rotate, be a little bit annoying, but you're still going to get your farm, still going to get your good solid laning phase.
Reserve
Now you start to
time.
aim for things like, you know, Juggernaut against Gyrocopter, someone who can deal that damage, and not really worry too much about the Rocket Barrage. You know, run up, spin, on dash, kill, Gyro pickoffs, things like that, and then think about kind of your static laning support, something like the Witch Doctor, Shadow Shaman even, the double disable there's not bad, but also adds that extra element of split push. Shadow Shaman throws the wards down, Tiny Wisps there. One hero I'm kind of looking at here is, where's Death Prophet? Death Prophet's not picked, not banned, not touched. The overpowered Ice Frog lady.
There's one other one right there, too.
The
Mr.
Oracle.
Earth Spirit for Finem.
That's true, there's Earth Spirit, there's Oracle, there's Death Prophet, there's Bat Rider. There's a bunch of heroes out there, and Viper is not one of those heroes that I was thinking of.
Pick.
So this is just 2 games ago. They did do the same. They did also have like the Viper plus. They ran an IO +1 now. In that case, they ran with the IO gyro, which is something you don't usually see mid lane. So that's when you shove that Viper back into the mid. So still could go either way. Definitely not definitive whether or not it's going to be the IO tiny mid or the Viper mid. Probably leaning towards the Viper mid. Obviously, he's going to have a good time against Invoker. You don't see any of this aggressive supporting coming out right now. Of course, the Earth Spirit's still left there, so pretty solid right now. Bane can easily take over that 5 role, and your Earth Spirit's great with Gyrocopter too. Like such a great hero to set up. It's just like Tusk, just early on rocket barrages, kills, helping out your mid lane against the Viper. If they've got someone who's willing to do that over at Mama's Boys, I wouldn't be too surprised. But it's going to be the Enigma instead.
Ember, another Ember hero. Now, Ember's not a hero we see a hell of a lot, but if you're going to be greedy-ish with your Wisp Tiny, you know, stacking, pulling, controlling mid lane, you've got one support dedicated to that lane. Kind of what I was saying before, that you have then a stack support on the safe lane to try and deal with things down there. You don't have a hero, or you don't have a pair of heroes, more importantly. Go and contest Enigma jungle. You know, there's no Chen, Enchantress is unlikely pick here, seeing as faster off lane, Viper probably going to be safe lane or mid, and then Tiny Wisp run themselves towards either of those lanes as well. Now, Winter Wyvern.
Mama's Boys have got their Dota buff page open right now. That's what they got. Because they've done this before. They've done the IO Tiny plus the Winter Wyvern. It's a nice little setup. It's got the long range, and of course, it's BKB piercing against the Enigma. So, a lot of great reasons to pick it. Pretty comical there. And they already banned up the Rubik too, so they have a lot of really good bands targeting against what they want to do. And well, you and I, we're pretty familiar with Finem, right? We've seen the Beastmaster plays they've done in the past iterations of the squad. So with the IO Tiny, the Roar, I'm kind of thinking like maybe someone else is going to be roaming around with this Beastmaster. I wouldn't even mind like a Witch Doctor, honestly. Just someone who can be there and throw down the Death Ward if that's what it's going to take.
I'm with the Witch Doctor. Trying to think of other heroes that could pick it up.
Oh, right. Avenge. Oh,
Yeah.
Avenge is banned first. Okay, just checking. We're clear.
The other one I was thinking of is Disruptor. You know, I kind of wanted Mama's Boys to look at Disruptor themselves, but even Disruptor here for Finem. Catch out Invoker, Gyrocopter, cancel Enigma. You've got 2 ways of cancelling that black hole before BKB, with both Static Storm and Glimpse. Because right now you're relying on Tiny Avalanche Toss and Beastmaster's Primal Roar as your 2 real ways of initiation and disable. Viper and Wisp don't offer you that. They offer kiting, slowing, good laning presence. But in the team fights, Mama's Boys completely outrank and outmaneuver Finem in terms of actual extended fights with good damage and good cooldowns on their stuns. Finem do have that good scouting ability with Walk to get the Roar into position. I want someone that has multiple disables for them.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, they obviously, the Winter Wyvern would have been so good because it does provide that outside range of the BKB disable as well, but they'll just go back for the Bounty Hunter. So kind of another classic hero that pairs up with the IO Tiny. It's going to put a little bit of interest on the lanes. I suppose that Bounty Hunter roaming around with the Beastmaster actually is very powerful, the Viper too, adding on some kills, so you're going to be dealing with vision. Unfortunately, though, they are picking it into a Night Stalker, and it's a great pick here because they had this whole idea of they have an IO Tiny, they need levels, IO has to hit where they can really move around the map, let's pick a jungler, you know? And they got punished hard because now we have a Bounty Hunter coming.
Well, that's the thing. I was looking at this thinking there's no way you don't pick a static support for safe lane. With the Viper, I guess you don't necessarily need one. 1v1 the Night Stalker, if that's what it comes down to. Bounty Hunter can go and 1v1 Sigma. So you've got all these matchups,
remaining.
you know? It's like Viper versus Night Stalker 1v1. Beastmaster is probably going to be 1v2 against the Bane plus Gyrocopter. It's going to come down to the team where they rotate and move around. And reacting
Prepare for
rotations
battle.
from heroes like Bounty, like Night Stalker, because they cause a lot of havoc when they're around the map. We're already seeing boots first on Night Stalker. I believe Yapzor to buy up a few items, plus clarities, couple tangos as he heads into the jungle. Where's the Wisp life?
By the items, it looks like safe lane. Timber banner. Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, was OD picked up, Anne?
No, he wasn't, and that was one of the other ones that we've seen with the IO Tiny, like going into the mid, instead of the he'll go to the safe lane while IO Tiny go mid. But once that Viper came out, it was kind of like so that'll be it instead. Kind of the same idea though, just more control from the Viper than an OD would really provide.
Madara just says, "Green, you're my target," and Yapzor disconnects. He's out of here. He's done. He doesn't want to be targeted by the big old Tiny, the Rock Man. Leaves the game. He's gone. Disconnected. Abandoned. MMR minus 25. By Yapzor. He's gone. Lost both of them. Hook and Yapzor both DC'd. I know Hook has had issues with his internet recently. For the past week or so, they haven't been able to play any games because they have internet at home.
Oh yeah. Call this.
Running, ready to go. Destroy people with the lovely Invoker Man. Well, the ways these lanes are going to go. Beastmaster up at top, gets the double bore out against Bane Gyro. He can be killed, but it's still going to be okay for him getting levels and controlling this camp over to the east. You can put up, clear it with axes, get an Iron Talon, build himself up that way.
Well, that's the exact item I was about to bring up, actually. And that's to do with Masakari over here, and the fact that he went for these boosts first, like, not knowing for sure what lane he's going to be up against, and perhaps dealing with the Bounty Hunter as well. He's more concerned about jungling the Iron Talon, but it's going to be a long time. Like, it's going to be 500 gold before he can actually get up himself, and that's going to limit his farm very heavily. We saw plenty of people abusing the fact of this high HP region of the Night Stalker to just jungle, honestly. You had eHome, we're doing it where they would just get like a level 4 Night Stalker by minute 4. Nighttime rolls around, he's level 4 from pure jungling as a support role. And he might need to fall back on this at Tiny too.
The difficulty. Mama's boys have put themselves in a scary situation where I feel they are the ones that have to react to what Finem are doing, and they're the ones that have their lanes around to try and get more advantageous matchups. Because regardless of who it is, Tiny Wisp or the Viper against his Night Stalker, Night Stalker's not going to have a good time.
No.
At all.
He's the sacrificial lamb.
And then the mid lane is the same story. Invoker against Tiny Wisp or the Viper, it's not going to have a good time. It's advantageous across both mid and bot lane. Mama's boys,
and that's without even factoring in Bounty Hunter.
Exactly. And then you look at the bounty, he's going to piss off this Enigma massively. Stealing Eidolons, stealing large creeps, leeching experience. They don't even have any sentries between. There's a lack of vision here as well. If the bounty hunter does, wrap himself around and get in these jungle camps, drawings out from the Radiant lads. Scary. And then
It's all tact.
I don't feel like Beastmaster is under massive pressure by Bane Gyro. Like I was saying, they do have kill potential. But Beastmaster should be able to play passively and safely enough that he doesn't get picked out.
Oh, he's back. Woohoo! Ready.
Scribbles.
Some more Dota 2 action.
What's with all the scribbling? Map everywhere. Come on, lads. Please. Oh, they're doing the thing. They're doing the ping on every single tower and barracks. Oh. Patience. Got to keep your fingers warm. Well, Highcat gets the first kill of the game. The boar is dead. One last hit.
You just had me panicking. I was like looking at that, like, what? Who's dying? Use. All right, well done, well done.
Got ya.
And
Got him.
oh, this is so good. Look at Maybe. This is like, yeah, your life is gonna be awful. You just sit back here. He might even just body
30
block his camp, which is
seconds to
something
go.
we've seen a few people do. Look at this. He's just spying on Masakari, seeing where he's going. He might get a kill on this. They already have the invis, obviously, so there won't be any sort of a Janata so it leads off. But maybe even just body blocks into a toss.
There's boots on the Night Stalker. But it's gonna take a lot of work.
Body
here.
blocks?
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work. Like I'll give you it's possible, but yeah.
Only if Masakari makes a
The
very
battle begins.
rash commitment.
run to the rune. Go. No, he sees the wisp. He's like, sod that. I'm out of here. Well, time to leave. So one apiece, Invoker Viper both in the hands on bouncy rune. Will be Thugs Viper mid. Goes maybe next time. Well, maybe this camp will spawn next time. He even gets to sit down as well to block it up. Yeah, oh, Courier has already made its way past. Tango's incoming. And actually hiding behind or next to
Yeah,
the
they
tier 2
just saw him.
tower. They know he's incoming. They know he's there.
He's gonna get it! He got it!
Courier has been
What?
killed.
Oh, it's like the one place you can't put it under the tower.
Welp. Where Yapzor is. Yapzor ran away because he was scared of the bounty hunter as well. The Centaur has bugged out and doesn't know where his camp is anymore, running himself forward. Oh, so this is a bounty hunter already, making a great start for himself. Courier sniped, Enigma disjointed from the jungle, forced back a little bit. Maybe next time. Well, got a good leash on this game already, Mammoth's boys.
Nice clarity you have there.
Yeah.
Gonna
Would-
wait till my invis is back up.
It'd be awful if someone were to cancel it. And poke. Oh, he kills an Eidolon and another Eidolon. Yeah, kill the Eidolon. Gets the hit in between the invis. He doesn't count clarity though. Still half duration left on Yapsor's clarity. He preferred the golden XP of little old thug mid. Oh, is he dying to Hook? Hook is 1v1 the Viper. Let's die off to the tower. I mean, he missed the Sunstrike. It was a good effort, but this shouldn't happen. I'm certain that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I think maybe just overestimating his own power. It's kind of like a Bristleback when they have those early points into the Bristleback passive, obviously, where they just feel like you're just this invincible hero that can whoop anyone up in lane. But until you actually have a point in Corrosive, you actually lose out a lot on that. And he was only +2 when that fight went down.
Maybe next time. Here we go. There's the hit on the clarity. There we go.
In fact, in an average Viper game, about 30% of his damage comes from Corrosive Skin.
Exactly 30? Or is it 27.3?
It's around 30.
27.3. Yapsor's dead. More comes in. And they'll clear up the Eidolons as well. Easy money, free gold. Thank you very much. I'll take it all. But also the fact that Enigma has been forced out of the jungle once more. It's 2.5 minutes in, and he's barely scratched level 2 here.
Winner game. Life's good, man.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. He can afford a bottle if he wants it and go into Arcane Boot. Well, this is Oyster.
He's playing this pretty well here. Playing like he doesn't.
By the Sentry Ward, like you're saying, Hook knows it. Knives out his Forge Spirit as well. And the thing is, Night Stalker's getting levels at bottom lane. Matter of Spartan, they have kind of pushed him back a little. So amount, it's just Yapzor in the jungle, Enigma in the jungle. What are you meant to do? You don't know where the bounty is at this point in time. Your vision's lacking. You've got one looking down into the Radiant jungle, and we have another Radiant Obs Ward, or was that destroyed? Dar Obs Ward, sorry. They placed one down, or I counted out already. Oh, Nightmare out of Skylark. With Highcat's really getting onto that target though. Case of poking and prodding from now.
He just got all those flat cannon shots on top of him though, and you can see how much that hurts Skylark. That high base regen, he should be relatively okay. And that bottom lane, you gotta get a hand over here to Masakari. He's still living. Like, he's only got 4 CS, yeah, but at least he hasn't died. It's a lot harder, right? Because you're dealing with this whole... The way they get you is this speed as you're seeing right now. They could go for a throw onto the tether, but if Masakari wants to... He can't commit to the... Yeah.
Okay. You've got to take it. I mean, Spartan's sitting here actually. Where's Where's his... bottle? Doesn't have his bottle yet. It's incoming now. Just brought it up, but he's being chased out. The Sunstrike off the money,
Dire's
but
bottom tower
I
is
thought
under
should just be able to
attack.
clean up with a couple of punches. Swoop in the first time.
Word
Self a
paying
kill.
off.
Bug just continues trying to outlane the Invoker a little bit here. Last hit wise, you know, this is where the strength of the Viper really does lie. But the cold snap from Hook, the damage output is good, and Hook is gonna 1v1 the Viper again! Still loses his life at the end as this Night Stalker tries to get onto Spartan. Oh, as I'm talking about it, the Viper is out CSing Invoker, but he's died twice in a 1v1 scenario.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, you can see the Evoker has kind of been bringing back 7 tangos now as well, thanks to Respawn Courier. So a lot of that stashed up regen. Maybe he'll just be able to keep holding his own here. It's very impressive. It's certainly not what one would expect, and I don't really know what to attribute it to be frank.
Oh, Yapzor. He so desperately wants his bloody soul ring, but he's not gonna get it just yet. He does bait out a shuriken toss there. Finally up. This is a hard case that Yapzor's been put into. Oh, found him. Gonna kill him. Dust is out. Damage is there. They've got the bounty hunter. Finally, sweet revenge for Yapzor as he takes him out. So the Enigma had to go brown boots first. Usually you kind of look at, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes soul ring, something along those lines. And then you go back into brown boots, sometimes arcane.
Oh,
most of the time
he's another bottom lane, the Night Stalker.
Oh,
He's
he's
another
gonna kill
wraparound
Spartan
here. He's on
again.
top of Spartan.
Oh, the toss
the
back to the
toss
creep.
away!
He's gonna chase this. Can't give up this kill. Just keep on running.
He thinks he's juking him, but he can't. Oh, long range void.
Perfect vision up at top
And
room.
it's just expiring. Life is hard.
Bane is getting kind of chopped down by these Beastmaster illusions and the boar slowing him as well, but Yapzor's rotation. Back, where's this cold snap? It's onto Thug, it's onto the Viper, and the Night Stalker comes in for the punches. Hook again, this time not 1v1. Thug tries to commit for the kill, but Invoker pretty much outplaying the Viper at every step, but maybe now this is going to be his downfall as Hook does not have Invoke, he doesn't have Ghost Walk either. It's out the Forge Spirits on strike, but it's been Bounty Hunter making him pay.
No dust or anything here from Masakari either, so can't manage to get anything off. And you're still waiting on that first level 6 from Yapzor, somewhere where you just want to dump it down, get a kill with it if you can. Skylark is playing so risky up here by Podcat. Fall down ready. Skylark's still only level 5. Unable to crack 6 despite
Oh,
level
this is
7
why
on Podcat.
they're baiting Podcat in. The cooldown's there. The Wisp plus Viper though, the damage output's good enough. Podcat's dead. A little bit of a bait from the Beastmaster, draws him in, tags him up, and now Stalker. A little bit of a brawl there with the Bounty Hunter.
Alright, well, his urn will now be done, and kind of have the Night Stalker pulling out all these plays here. The dire side, and at the same time, maybe he's been doing a lot of work, moving around the map, providing vision. You can see about this ward here. One of those ones that very rarely gets dewarded. Like, you didn't even see the bounty hunter in that general area, so very unlikely they'll be losing this one. And Zoxka, he's coming in deep here, but no wards in the zone. Spotting at a stacked camp.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, they're gonna find it with this Hawk, though.
The Hawk flies straight overhead. He'll try and kill off the Hawk, get the golden experience, now
Nice.
bail. Run.
Worth.
Hide. They're warding, they don't go in for the kill. The double
Dire's
ball were there,
bottom
ready.
tower is under
Daxter's
attack.
going back in again.
Dire's
What's this
bottom
Bane up
tower
to?
has fallen.
Few
Really
rotations
don't
could come in
think
at
so.
any time. The
Radiant's
relocate's
top
ready in
tower
like
is
20 seconds.
Dire's bottom tower
I
is
guess
under
this podcast
attack.
just so close.
You want this tier 1? Hit it right now.
Radiant structures are
I guess you still know the timing of this. 10 seconds until relocates back up. Heal up, Madara. This tower up the top didn't drop just yet. Over towards the jungle. Oh, maybe next time you see Hook. Invoker still yet to get a point in Wex. He hit level 8 now. The relocate just comes straight on in. There's no way Hook survives through this. Bounty Hunter just setting up every single time for these relocate ganks in. Maybe next time is level 5, getting closer to that.
Dire's
Crack.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Radiant's
that's what
top
he desperately
tower
wants,
is
right?
under
Like,
attack.
it almost seems frustrating at this point where you're just like, oh, we got, oh, dust. Oh my god, it was just outside the range.
Oh, they
So
didn't catch him.
close.
But then you look at Beastmaster, and this is something we talk about time and time again. Offlaners not dying get
Dire's
so much
middle
more out of their
tower
lane.
is
Oh
under
god, the TP's
attack.
bottom. Ah, Spartan to get himself away. TP scroll, it does. Complete. Chase Madara here, he's got his treads up, his feet. But offlaners that don't feed, or at least offlaners that don't die a hell of a lot, especially heroes like Beastmaster who want to get that one key item up and running, the Necro Book. Just the fact, like he's got 5 last hits. Sorry, he's got 25 last hits. I was looking at the Bane there for a second like an idiot. 25 last hits, 1 kill, and he's going to have Necro Book for the next 2 minutes. He's going to have a ridiculous amount of farm and item progression. Master, just the fact he hasn't died.
Radiant's middle tower is
And
under
you
attack.
thought that the bounty hunter setting up these relocates is nice, so the target is roared up and stunned too, just makes it easier. Easy pickings here from Madara, and I wonder, he does have the bracer. I wouldn't mind seeing him complete the Blink Dagger rather than the drums, but see either way. What do I think? I think I'm just gonna favor the Blink Dagger right now, just because of how far ahead he is with the gyrocopter, and you could still bring him down just so quickly in fights.
Especially if you can blink behind the Enigma to cancel out that black hole.
That's
I
a
mean,
roar.
there's not going to be a black hole for the next 30 seconds because Enigma is actually located on top. But yeah, if you can blink past the Enigma, cancel that out, catch up the Night Stalker, chase him down. There's even the Bane. Once Bane hits level 6, which
Dire's
is
middle tower
too
is under
soon.
attack.
Wisp dies, relocate
Dire's
back to death.
structures are fortified.
But yeah, Bane Elemental, Fiend's Grip, all these things that you kind of want to jump on and counter-initiate through. Madara's Blink Dagger is going to be vitally important here. Down with another tier 1
Dire's
tower,
middle
Hook gets a
has
hook.
fallen.
Amazing amount of gold, but he's still trying to buy himself a way into that Midas. It's a long road, honestly, and it's situations like this, you're 11 minutes in, and you'll hear people tell you Midas is imperative on Invoker. On Exalt Invoker, you need Midas. We have seen a number of times, though, Fata has done it, I know a couple of other players have done it as well, the treads into like Rod of Atos, treads into where Midas isn't necessarily the best option. You're either being shut down in lane, you need the extra bit of tankiness, you want to just go for pure mobility as soon as you can. Honestly, against Viper, against Tiny Wisp, against all these
Radiant's bottom tower
the
is under
annoying little
attack.
heroes that are snapping at your heels, like the Treads 4-staff build may have been a good option as well for Hook.
Radiant's
Yeah, it can be
middle tower
difficult
is under
to
attack.
kind of judge, like, where is this game gonna go? Like, are we gonna be able to survive past this Necronomicon that we know is coming out?
Is under attack.
Like, how much space am I even gonna be able to get to farm if I do go like a Necronomicon or like the 4-staff or the drums? Like, is it all gonna be team fighting, or do I need the Midas for the reliable gold that's gonna give me? One sense, right? Because obviously you're not gonna lose your gold every time you Midas, which can be pretty important to pick off the
Oh, he
late
gets the
lineup.
really
and say,
capable
"Alright,
silence, and Madara toss Avalanche. Down goes the Enigma, the cooldown's good on the Spartan, they'll finally pick off the little Wisp on the back end, and Madara's being chased out by the Night Stalker. Top back onto Saxon, now the Viper Strike comes through, they relocate back in with a buyback from the Wisp, they turn his fight, they're looking for
around.
more, the Viper being taken out by Piker, but it's not enough damage! The Sunstrike will be off the mark, and the Roar is through them all. A nightmare to try and keep Piker alive, but look at this bloody army.
Takes its course.
Nothing but death and destruction, as the Bane is the only one to survive. Well
Great
worth the
buyback.
buyback.
It's always tough. It's always just a snap decision early on in the game, you know? If you want to buy back, because you're just feeling like, oh, it's like, what, 10 seconds, 13 more seconds, but started to snipe that weapon perfectly. Came back in, provided more mana from Madara, allowed the pick off on the Sakura completely. There was no way that he was going to die during that fight if it wasn't for that relocate back in, and just helped secure everything else without losing anyone else on Ad Finem. So I really like that play there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yes,
Be something that helps secure the next couple.
I am John Oliver, definitely. Who I am. Fish chat, please. Track up Saxa, Avalanche, toss. Nope, no toss. Where is it? Off cooldown now, but Sunstrike did do it. Damage to maybe next time. He bails himself away. The dust from Massacre is there we go. Into the nuke from the void, and Spartan silence. It's nighttime, such a long duration. Just needs to tether away to someone. Safety is the Tiny, the rock of his life and his existence. His anchor, his muse, the Tiny to the Wisp.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He missed the bounty rune though. Like,
What? Right?
honestly, 7 and 8 right there, but
You mean 5 out of 7?
is that what it is?
That's the me. Please.
I don't know. I don't know them. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I tried.
Radiant's middle tower
Tried to
is
meme.
under attack.
Step too far.
Radiant's
Load
The parental advisory warning here. All right, what do we got here?
Loader's gonna
Level 2
subpoena
Necros?
you soon. Oh, that's cool. They've got grip. I was thinking about the... Oh, what? Bartra? No! Oh my god, he survived! What the fuck was that? Madara just blinked, tosses Spartan out, jumps himself away. The save was from Godlike.
All right, they're even.
That's an 8k play right there. Madara, he reached 8k, and honestly, he deserves it just for that play.
Now the relocate.
Going behind the Enigma Black Hole on set 2, and then cooldown. He's gonna catch them through as well. Thug himself up, and the damage output. The roar is there. The Avalanche Cross catches 3. They've got the damage output. They just need to keep sustaining on the Plycat with Necro Books. They've got it. The slow from the board. They had damage from those Necro units. The Archer just blinks away at Plycat, and even the Bane will get punched down and slammed by Madara. Mama's boys just losing team fight after team fight. These Necro Books, the relocates, the roars, even the first black hole we see this game just wasn't enough to keep them in it.
Yeah, it looked good, didn't it? Like, the game went in, they had no way to cancel it. Before Black Hole went off, obviously the camp personally went down. I don't think they were expecting all those heroes to be there. I think it was just going to be a quick pick on a jungling Enigma, perhaps, and how does it just go so poorly? It's just this mobility, the drums, the blink dagger on top of the tiny, the increased speed that everyone has during those fights coming out from the bounty hunter's track, and just the aura overall here. These 2 points in the Axis, 2 points in the aura is providing so much damage here as the Necros come crushing into the battle.
Might have caught the tiny here though.
This would be a big pickoff.
Void, he's out. He's out. Void was still cooling down, and once he realized that the Gyrocopter's TPing in, no Bane, no Enigma, no Invoker even. He realized, you know what, I can just TP myself away to safety.
Oh, look over at the net worth here and you can just see how unbelievably far ahead Dara is. They would have loved that pickoff up top. He's 6-0-1. In towards that Aghanim Scepter, starting to pick up a couple of those key components here. And he's followed closely behind by his Viper and his Beastmaster. This is the off-lane Beastmaster. I don't know if you recall, he had 25 last hits and just died. Here we are.
Bounty Hunter with all these lens, range on his track, nonsense like that. Tiny's becoming a bit of a monster. A little bit of a monster. Up soon. The Viper, he's been kind of this unsung hero. In lane, obviously, there were issues. There were definitely problems. Evoker, but in these team fights, he's the one that just soaks up all this damage. Oh, Night Stalker, it's time for your turn to soak. And I don't think you soak rocks. They are not porous enough to absorb the water. Keeps on relocating the Tiny straight on forward. Austin's actually gonna pee. Oh, that was... He tried it. He tried.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, there's like basically a frame perfect trick you can do with Wisp, where you TP, and as your TP ends, relocate to the location you're going to, you actually TP back to Fountain.
Yeah, it has to be like completely precise though. It can't be like off by like a quarter second. That's not how it works.
I say frame perfect, and obviously that's not the correct terminology because it's not a frame, but it's, you know, close as.
Yeah. Oh, every time I see these little numbers popping up, whether it be kills or whether it be Roshan, I just keep imagining another branch growing on this tree of Madara, and how scary that's going to be with the aura of the Beastmaster. Now up to 3 points, the max up soon, and he's going to be knocking to your doors pretty soon.
Yeah, the unsung hero of the Viper, he just tanks up, sucks up damage, he's got mech and nearly a Yasha. He hasn't got a superb amount of farm. Kind of the master of the team. You know, you've got the Beastmaster, Skylark, 305 with Necro 3. Another 1200 gold to call his own. Like, so just try and pressure on in as Bounty Hunter scouts out Hook as well as the Force Grid. The run forward though. Pycat will clip Skylark here with the cooldown, and they've got him on lockdown. There's a good Viper strike back onto Pycat, but Skylark is dead. Silent stop back, turn around and roar, he's got it. No, yeah, just about. But in comes the cavalry from the back end and picks someone off. It's a deafening blast from Hook, though, trying to keep Slaxa alive. But Tiny Madara slams him into the ground. They've killed off so many. Track after track. Nice. Deny from Slaxa is good, but is it good enough?
You know, Bounty Hunter, some games you just buy whatever you want, you know. Viper's got the next, so I'm just going to buy myself an Aether Lens. I've seen this a couple now, but increasing the track range, always going to be lovely. It's kind of a pseudo blink in a lot of ways, but allowing you to maybe gain a little bit of a safer capacity while you're casting out the Shuriken to go with the track. Plus, once you eventually get blink, it gets you better.
Dire's
Losing
bottom
Iraq at 90 minutes
under attack.
is honestly
Dire's
disastrous here
bottom
from Mama's boys.
has fallen.
Their
It's
wave clear
generally
is
considered not a good sign that you're going to win the game.
no,
That's statistically relevant, actually.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under
and then
attack.
their wave clear is pretty non-existent.
Yeah, it's pretty much flat cannon and what appears to be an SNY gyro coming up here. There's his blink now for the bounty too, so they just can't go anywhere.
Where is he throwing meteors? Mid? Yeah, he's just farming up lanes. Down with a good old meatball. Thug finishes off his Yasha SNY like he set up for that gyrocopter, but I'm just waiting for Skylark's next item. Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel, whatever it may be, just add the extra velocity from the Beastmaster. In and out of these team fights, because currently, Barton,
Dire's bottom
yeah,
barracks
taking
are
a
under
decent
attack.
chunk of damage here from the Forge Spirit, but they've changed their targets back. So yeah,
You know, you say the boots of travel. I definitely agree with that sentiment, and I'm almost thinking if I would consider level 2 travel over top of Blink Dagger this game, only because of like the way that they're moving around with the relocate, they're moving around with the bounty hunter as well, where he has his own Blink Dagger. It might actually be more valuable than a Blink Dagger of itself onto the Beastmaster, depending on how much you actually want to split push, which is something that I wouldn't, normally even consider. But just the way they're grouping up, they've just been coordinating so well, and it's something that Finem and Golden Boys have always been known for.
Enigma.
Just going in.
Oh, the good mech. Timely turnaround. Yaptor does not have Black Hole, and Madara just stands his ground. Honestly, with the Aegis still up, they're trying to kill off the bounty hunter, but he's invis. They can't even see him, and Pycat screwed and crushed, and the only meatball damage they do is back onto the Beastmaster. Madara will clear up another one, and spring straight back to life.
Look at Sprite, he's just waiting. He's like, oh, we're gonna kill this guy? Yeah, I'll come in. I'll give you a hand.
Dire's
At this
top
point,
tower is under
Tour
attack.
GG. Pycat obliges. Mama's boys, 21 minutes. Pedestal.
Dire's
One of my
top
favorite
tower.
teams, but
Radiant
at Finem showing the outdraft, the outmaneuver, and the outplay today. 21 minutes, 24 to 14. That's it for tonight.
Yeah, you kind of think it was a little strange, right? Like the bounty hunter, he had an amazing early start when he got the courier. He for the offlane camp for the Night Stalker, blocking that off, and then as well he moved into the Enigma, and